Okay. Halloween Ends officially wraps filming. Yeah, and they did it, and it's pretty average. I think they took a little bit longer than they did with Kills in 2018. But pretty much all three shooting schedules were around the same. If anything, David Gordon Green and company, it's a well-oiled machine. You know, they know exactly what they want to do with these movies. It's usually the same crew. And I got to pull my check because I want to see what you guys are thinking. You know, I like to know at all times what you guys are thinking. So, yeah. So let me go back over here. Okay. So let me read through this. All right. Filming of Halloween Ends in Georgia officially wrapped tonight. See, they did the first one in North Carolina. They did Kills is it South Carolina? And then they did this one in Georgia, as confirmed on social media by cast and crew members. Christopher Nelson, special effects makeup designer for the current David Gordon Green directed Halloween films, posted an image of his wrap gift on Instagram saying, "Well, that's it. A wrap on our Halloween trilogy effects makeup. We have laughed, cried, and blood has flowed on and off screen. I think fans will be surprised and really love this chapter. See you on October 14th. An honor being a part of this legacy in cinema history. In 1978, when I was 10 years old, if you told me I'd be here, I wouldn't have believed it. A giant thank you to Vincent and Andy and their amazing artists. Your work is incredible. I love you all. Ryan Turek for championing me. Wouldn't be here without you. David Gordon Green, words cannot express how wonderful it is to work with you. To all the cast and crew, Jamie Lee Curtis, Andy Matichek, Judy Greer, and my teammates, I love you. Thank you to, I wonder if Judy Greer will show up in this in some sort of way. Could it be a flashback, could it be whatever. I would not be surprised if they're holding that one close to the vest and maybe we see something with Judy Greer. I would not be surprised. Official Halloween Movies account then reposted Nelson's image, adding to the text, and that's a wrap on Halloween Ends, coming to theaters October 14th. Blumhouse producer Ryan Turek also took to Instagram to share a photo of the final night of filming, writing, last night of shooting, a wrap on our Halloween trilogy. Incredible journey, amazing cast, amazing crew. While we obviously have post-production ahead of us, it's still an emotional night. It's interesting to note that a billboard advertising the Rabbit in Red Lounge that was first referenced in John Carpenter's original 1978 Halloween can be seen in the background of Turek's photo. Rob Zombie had the Rabbit in Red Lounge too, remember? James Jude Courtney also posted a wrap night photo on Instagram this evening as well, adding, finally wrapped Halloween Ends and kids, what a ride. Pictured here are the Ryan Green's pictures, his brilliant set photographer. So yeah, I mean, it must be pretty cool, you know, to get through a trilogy. You know, getting through a movie is one thing, but getting through a trilogy, that's pretty damn impressive. Pretty damn impressive. Wouldn't it be something too if this one is like universally loved? And man, I tell you, part threes, more times than not, part threes, they don't go the good route. You know, don't get me wrong, there are some good part threes out there of a trilogy, but more times than not, they're usually a minor step down or even a Blade Trinity, okay? Because Blade Trinity's really, really, really fucking horrible. The only thing that saved that movie was Ryan Reynolds. And usually that's just the way trilogies go. And this might be a controversial opinion, but Return of the Jedi to me is a big step down from Empire Strikes Back. It's saved by a wonderful final act, you know. Luke Skywalker reaching his father, you know, that whole final act is wonderful in Return of the Jedi, and thank God for that final act, because if that final act wasn't there, woof, it could have been pretty bad. Okay, it could have been pretty bad. Yeah, guys, give me some part threes that you think are great. You know, this might be a tough one. Give me some part 3s that you think are great. And so this kind of this kind of scares me for ends, you know, because more times than not, betting money is that it's not going to be so good. Dark Knight Rises, I think it's very good. I think it's a quality film, but it feels kind of all over the place, you know. But Bane is freaking Tom Hardy killed it as Bane, you know. So at least you had that, and it does have some exciting moments. And like when Batman first comes out, reveals himself after 8 years, that's a pretty damn exciting scene. So I give Rises a pass. Plus, following up The Dark Knight, I mean, that's no easy feat anyway, you know. Meatballs 3, no joke. I love that damn movie. Okay, there you go. Friday Part 3, that's a good one. But there's Part 3s, but then there's trilogies, you know. And to finish strong, so if you gotta go Vegas money, you're probably gonna bet that Ends is not gonna be that great, you know. And maybe that's why the excitement isn't what it could be for Ends, you know. I should have called this 5 reasons why nobody's really freaking out about Ends, because let's see, if I could give you one reason, would be the fallout from Halloween Kills. Let's face it, guys, as much as I loved Halloween Kills, it wasn't a party pleaser. Okay, it definitely drew a line, you know. And I'm not surprised. A lot of you guys said, okay, I'm fucking out, you know, I'm checking out, I'm done. That's the type of movie Kills is. And even if you're like me and you're gaga and over the moon for Kills, which I am, because of the story and the way things were set up, it does scare me for Ends, you know, like where did they go now, you know. Another reason would be the 4-year thing. Because that's a momentum thing, you know. When you have the first 2 movies, they both take place on the same night. And I'm not saying I want this movie to take place on the same night, but I want to keep the momentum. And I think the way to keep the momentum would be like maybe a year later, something like that. Kind of like what they did with Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 it's either a year later or 2 years later, depending on which cut you watch. And that's fine. But when you go 4 years later, it could be troubling. It could be troubling. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but it could be troubling. Another reason is just the fact that, like I just said, Part 3s. You know, it's hard to end a trilogy. You almost wish that you didn't have a trilogy, that you were planning for a Part 4. So then you could kind of dabble and get away with some stuff. But when you know that this is it, I have to wrap this whole thing up in a satisfactory manner, that's a lot of pressure. What could be one more reason? Jamie Lee Curtis. You know, that's another reason why maybe people aren't freaking out about it, because Jamie Lee Curtis didn't really do that much in Halloween Kills, which I was fine with. For me, it's kind of a good thing, because now she can really, you know, because look at it this way. If Jamie Lee Curtis like completely kicked ass and, you know, went, you know, shot for the moon in Kills, okay, we've done that in 2018, we've done it in Kills, so what? Now we're going to do the same thing in Ends? So it's kind of a chess move. Let's save that Laurie Strode energy. Let's give all the energy to other family members like Allison and Karen, which I freaking loved. The final act in Kills was one of my favorite final acts of the franchise. I mean, I was just like, I almost wanted to sit up. You know, I saw that because I saw it in the theater, and I almost wanted to, like, you know, stand up and start, you know, fist pumping. I was excited. It was a fun final act, and for selfish reasons, you know, that I was ready to kind of step away from Laurie Strode just for a little bit. I'll let you guys give me another. What is another reason why people aren't talking about Ends as much? You give me a reason right now. I will give you the number 5, okay? Because I'll clip this out, and I'm going to let my audience have the number 5. Give me a reason why you think people aren't talking about Ends as much as they could be, as much as they should be. You know? And don't mention something that I just mentioned, okay? And Derek Willrather, he says, any idea if they had the OG script for Ends done pre-pandemic? Well, I will say, just to clarify, I'm glad you brought that up, Derek, because one of the crew members recently stated that whole COVID being a part of the plot, that was a rumor, a nasty, ugly rumor that wasn't true at all. Fatigue is a good one. David Thorson, Halloween Fatigue, Aaron Click. Oh my God, everybody, yeah. You guys are so damn smart. I swear, everybody give yourself a hand. You guys are so damn smart. Fatigue, burnout, yes, I completely get it. I completely get it. You know, even me, the Halloween fanatic, even I get sick of Halloween. After a while, you're just like, okay, believe it or not, I'm actually ready to move on. I want a new Nightmare on Elm Street movie like you read about. You know, that's my number one thing right now. My number one thing that I want is a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. So bad. A Friday movie. I would love a Friday movie. I feel so bad for, you know, our Nightmare and Friday fans, and I'm fans of both too. It sucks. Destiny says I don't want to be disappointed again. That's a good reason, because like I said, a lot of people were not happy with kills, and so when you take that trust away, then you get a little skittish going in for the third round. Having said that, I do think that they're doing a good job of keeping information from getting out. You know, because Halloween Kills, a lot of information did kind of bleed out. And so by the time we saw the movie, we kind of had an idea of what to expect. You know? Whereas, let's face it, what do we know about ends? Not that much, you know? Everything is speculation at this point. If somebody puts out a video saying, brand new plot leak for Halloween Ends, this is huge, from now to before, they're a fucking liar. Okay? They're just trying to get clicks. They don't know jack shit. Okay? But you got to get those clicks, right? Does that drive you guys crazy? And I've probably done it too. Does that drive you guys crazy when you're like, you're scrolling down your YouTube feed and then you see this fucking massive thumbnail that's almost like bigger than every other thumbnail, and it says, you know, theory or huge revelation, you know. The mask. We know what the mask is now and it. No, we don't. We have no fucking idea what the mask looks like in Ends. I'm sorry, we don't. And I'm probably guilty of it too. Okay, all right. I'm preaching. I'm preaching to the YouTube choir. Okay, we all do it. We all get the clicks. But I'm telling you right now, nobody knows a goddamn thing. You know, nobody knows shit. Right?